Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect 2 here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and today, the actual plan for today specifically, I am going to have us do the Normandy crash site first. That's what we're going to start off with this episode, and then the rest of this episode and the next episode will be taking care of Kasumi's loyalty mission. And the reason for that is you get a really good gun, quite simply. A really good gun that will be useful to me. I very rarely play classes that use submachine guns, but it's a really good submachine gun that I would like to have access to. So, to start off though, we are going to the Normandy crash site. We have both Garrus and Mordin at this point. Oh my goodness, remember the controls, literally looking at them as I'm doing it. So, I'm going to make sure that I'm good on fuel. Yes, I am. And we'll probably also get some of the probing done this episode as well, just to see what it looks like. So we're going to the Amada system. And Alchera is where the Normandy crash site is. Let's start off with these planets though. We can get some probing happening. So basically, this is the probing. We have good scanner results, so this is a good one to do. And basically, it's left trigger to start the scanner and right trigger to launch a probe. Basically the same.
Palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
Essentially, it's the same aim, shoot controls.
Probe away.
So nice and easy to think about.
Projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
And, oh, got some EZO. EZO is hard to come by, so it's really good to get it.
In research projects, Element Zero is used for bioamp and omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
And ultimately, you're just trying to find the highest peaks.
Probe away.
Nothing too complicated. If you have a controller that does haptic feedback, you'll get haptic feedback when it's really good. Like there, I'm getting a very minor vibration. Here, I'm getting a pretty significant vibration.
Probe away.
Obviously, you can also disable haptic feedback. Here we'll get some iridium.
Probe launched.
You're not going to tell me about iridium, though. Of course. And ultimately, what I like to do, I like to probe planets until they get below good. Because beyond that, you're not really going to get much. So now we're at moderate. Let me just do one more. Here, we get another pretty significant spike, specifically of iridium this time, so that is a pretty good idea to get.
Probe launched. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
Sweet. So, we have that. Takan. Moderate, I'm not going to bother with that one. Karora, moderate. Again, not going to bother with that one. Then Anjay, moderate again. And then Alchera. So here we're going to see something different. So we have an anomaly detected, and what we're going to do, and this one is rich. So if I can, I would like to do additional scanning here beyond looking for our anomaly. That's going to be where the Normandy is. So let's just do a quick bit. Actually, no, I'll do that once we're done. I'll remember to do that. Doesn't take
Scans
very
have found
long.
something.
So, anomaly detected. Scans confirm the wreckage of SSV Normandy on the planet's surface. No life signs or mechanical activity detected. Stable landing zone located amid crash site. So, we are going to go down there, and it is just going to be us by ourselves. Finding a good spot to put this monument to the Normandy and to all of the fallen crew members from it. And there we are. It's been here for 2 years. You can really see it's completely destroyed. I imagine this sort of thing being very similar in some ways to if there were ever any survivors of like the Titanic or any other sea disaster just being near where the disaster occurred. There was actually a woman who survived a near sinking of the Olympic. She survived the Titanic sinking, and then she survived the Britannic sinking. She was a stewardess on both the Olympic and the Titanic, and she was a nurse on the Britannic, because the Britannic was converted to a medical ship during World War I. So, dog tag. This is what we're looking for. So we have Rosamund Draven. So we're looking for 20 total. And this is a spot we can place the monument. We have a dog tag up here we can get. Then I believe we might... Oop, yep. There is the pilot seat. Oof. And we'll have little moments like that throughout this whole mission. We don't really need to have a weapon out for this. I'm going to wait until the very end to place the monument. Just kind of feels more natural. This is where we will need a weapon out, because the fragile crates have dog tags in them, generally speaking. 115 EZO. Oh, can I not climb this? Well, fine, be that way. I guess I'll just go around and not have to jump over anything. Fine. Make it so I have to work less. Why don't you, game? Got some more EZO. That is down there. Got another crate here. Alright. And we are a quarter of the way there. And each of these names that is used is a developer from BioWare, if I remember correctly. Like, they very specifically are BioWare devs. But very striking sort of mission, just because there's really nothing that could be like it. There's one there, I see. Oh, there's a dog tag. Oh, CIC. And we can see again, we can place the monument there. We have a data pad here. Let's see what we have. From Navigator Pressley. Unrecoverable data. Data recovered. Spoke to the commander about this. I corrupt all these damned aliens aboard the Alliance's most advanced ship. I just don't trust them. Probably especially that damned Asari and an Aquarian. What does Shepard think this is? A zoo? Pressley? Really? Really problematic xenophobia there. And then unrecoverable data. Data recovered with the Quarian. It seems she's on some kind of pilgrimage trying to improve the the lot of her home ship. I can understand this. I wouldn't babysit my children. I wouldn't let her babysit my children or anything, but if she has to be on board, I suppose that's not too bad. Okay, slowly coming around. Then another unrecoverable data recovered for a while now, and I'm taking a look back at the past entries in this journal. Unrecoverable data, how blind I was at the time. Probably I couldn't believe how blind I was at the time. I came on this ship firmly believing humanity was on its own in the galaxy. Shepard brought all these aliens on board, and there's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I am proud to say that I would die for any member of this crew, regardless of what world they were born on. And I do really... I really appreciate the development that we see of Pressley throughout this. That is not to say that what he says in that first entry is not atrocious. I can't even think of a worse word for his early views without becoming completely vulgar, so that's why I'm trying to not use words. But it's important to see that development can happen over time. And hey, an N7 helmet. That is our helmet. So now we have that. That's a fun little thing that you don't have to find, but you can find. Let's pop down here, though. Got a couple more tags that I see. There we are. Almost halfway there. Where's that one go? There we are. I believe we have to get onto the other side of the Mako to have our little Mako moment. Crazy thing is, the Mako probably would be able to get out of that situation there. Unless its wheels are frozen into it, which is very possible. Alright, so that there is the pilot area again. CIC was up there. Got a fragile crate here. Have a few more places further afield to look at. I did see a tag right over here, yes. So much of this ship just scattered so broadly. It really is kind of remarkable to see it. I also kind of imagine seeing a crash site like this being a little bit similar to what people experience when they go to the final resting places of ships that have sunk. Obviously very different for Shepard, because obviously Shepard was the commanding officer of this ship, and it's only been 2 years. But still, like, there really is something just notably unique and touching about something like this. Where is it? I literally keep seeing the little thing pop up for it. It must... it's on the other side. That's what's going on. Alright, let's check over here then. This looks like it's going to be the battery, maybe? Yet another spot we can put the monument. Oh, this is where Ash was located in the hold. Okay, oof. That was actually a more emotional flashback than I would have expected. But then again, as I've mentioned in the last game especially, I have never not saved Ash. I have always saved Ash. So it's gonna be a very unique playthrough for me because of that. There we go. 3 more. Alright. There's our battery. Or the walk up to the battery, at least. 2 more tags. I believe there will be one down that way. There's one over there. Alright, let's check over here then. Pretty sure. Yep, there it is. I also generally can't imagine what something like this would feel like. I mean, regardless of timing, going around and finding the dog tags of your fallen comrades, regardless of where, regardless of anything, it's a difficult process and a difficult experience no matter what. But I am going to put the monument over here by the Normandy name. If I can. I believe I can. There we are. There we are. So now, just have to go back to the shuttle to return to the Normandy. And that is the Normandy crash site taken care of. Did take a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but we still have enough time to get started on Kasumi's mission. But what does the elusive man have to say about this? So, a monument has been placed at the last resting place of the SSV Normandy on Alchera, and the families of all missing crew members have been notified of their ultimate sacrifice. Shepard's lost N7 helmet was recovered. 240 experience. Alliance funding for this one, 3750. 500 pieces of EZO. Not much that the elusive man has to say about that. Which is interesting, considering it was something that Admiral Hackett specifically asked us to do. So, it was distinctly outside of Cerberus jurisdiction, as it were. So, very interesting. But, hopefully with Kasumi's mission, it's truly, I do usually I actually do often take care of it pretty much right after I first go to the Citadel, mostly because it's right there. But like I said, we're gonna just quickly do a bit more probing here. And I will say, I will probably do probing on camera, mostly because I personally don't see any reason to not show it. Especially since I only will probe good and rich planets.
Probe launched.
Ultimately, it can be a little bit of a guide for anybody who wants to play the game if you're trying to find the best planets to scan. Kind of like
Probe launched.
the exploration of planets in the first game. I'm not gonna leave that stuff out because it is an intrinsic part of the game experience, so
Launching.
I don't want to act as though it doesn't exist. Let's see. There we go. That's a nice little bit of palladium.
Probe.
And there's our moderate. So there we are. So off we go. We will go back to the Sahrabarik. Yeah, Sahrabarik. And we will go to the mass relay. We'll go back to the Widow Nebula. I believe it's Nebula. First, I'll just top everything off there. So we have two more recruitments that we have to take care of. And that will probably be next week. Just because obviously it's just going to be 2 episodes today. But it should hopefully be relatively quick to get this taken care of. I think we should be able to get Kasumi's loyalty taken care of between this episode and next episode. I do often forget missions are. I will attest to that. In part because this is the type of game that I can just kind of play and not really put a lot of mind into it when I'm doing it. All right. I will do that, and then I'm gonna up my cryo ammo as well. Then for Kasumi, well, shoot, I can't do anything for her. Well, fine, be that way. Let's see what we're up to.
Looking good, Miss Allison Gunn. Hack won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
Allison Gunn?
I assume Allison Gunn is my cover.
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Alright, that's impressive. What can you tell me about Hawk?
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his graybox. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
We can definitely feel how personal this is for her. And just for fun, I am going to ask what's with the outfit.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think?
Oh,
You
fine.
look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
That is, I know that I mentioned this in a previous episode, but weird male gaze moments in this game in particular. That was one of them. Why was that shot down below, from below Shepard's chest? That was, and the shot, if I remember correctly, is exactly the same with Broshep. So you don't really think about it with Broshep, but there, it's just boobs. And supposedly, this will be something that we will be able to check out when the Legendary Edition comes out, but supposedly that is something that they fix.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently.
Uh-huh.
Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself.
I love the music for Kasumi. So good.
Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor.
Dig
You can
it.
keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hock's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up.
Okay.
Then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's graybox. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
Alright. Yeah, this isn't just another heist.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? KG's graybox holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
Alright, let's do it.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for.
Oh, Kasumi. I love Kasumi so much.
This is our stop.
Excellent. Pretty epic statue, not gonna lie.
After you, Ms. Gunn.
Hold a moment, ma'am. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Okay.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mr. Hock. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hock.
Allison Gunn.
Allison Gunn. A pleasure.
Alright.
The scanners aren't picking anything up.
No handshakes then.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Ms. Gunn. You were invited after all. But I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Of course.
No problem. You're the host.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Yeah, any idea why he turned you away?
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person. And no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
I really swear that I don't have this game memorized. I really, really swear.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking.
Okay.
I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can.
Alright.
We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong.
Alright, so
We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
that sounds good. So that's what we're gonna finish off the episode with, I think.
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
Alright. I am gonna try to listen to folks as much as I can. Just because it's amusing.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Really?
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking at best.
Sure. I'm not right by you or anything. Nothing in this group. Just get a little bit of additional character for the party by chatting with everybody. Or
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
I
eavesdropping,
hear
rather.
he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
Alright. I'm pretty sure it was that group that was saying that. Oh, we got a data pad. Private Reams, no way we can sneak out of that party. The place is locked down tight, and Security Chief Rowe's in charge. No way Rowe would let it get past her. I'd rather stand around bored on guard duty than risk her wrath. Sorry.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass.
That she does.
If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information.
Alright. Good to know. We'll just do the
I hear
quick.
Mr. Hock's vault is exquisite.
Who could know? He never lets anyone near it.
Alright, good to know.
What's that over there?
Hock's bedroom, I believe.
Wow, who's his architect? This is a very impressive place.
Or a very large one, at least.
Ah. Probably need to get over there at some point. Think just a little bit of listening on this side then. We'll go down by the... well, or not. But we'll get down here, case the security, and that'll finish off the episode.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected.
Hey, Saren. How you doing, buddy?
Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters.
Alright.
And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it.
Alright.
KG could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it.
It does not remotely surprise me that she would be better than KG. One of the best things this game series does is just the number of strong women in it. But that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out. And I'll follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server so you can join the conversation. But until very shortly, this is your game professor, signing off. I'll see you in a bit.